Hello, this is Craig Mackay at Freedom Hypnosis, and this is a video just to answer a question which many people may have. That question is, will hypnosis help me lose weight? Now, as usual, there's several different answers to this question, and number one, the first part of this is about, well, it depends on where the challenge is around the weight loss. Is it a sugar craving, for instance? Is it a sweet tooth? Is it exercise motivation? Or perhaps there's something else going on. Perhaps it's emotional eating. So it really depends on what the cause of this is. There may be a medical cause, and of course you can consult with your doctor about that. But if it's something to do with the thoughts and the emotions and the habits that we have, then hypnosis can be potentially very effective for that. So for instance, if it's emotional eating that's the problem, eating in response to stress or perhaps another feeling, then hypnosis can be effective at working through those emotions so that then there is no longer that need to, for want of a better expression, feed that emotion. So also, same with sugar cravings too, for instance. Through hypnosis, what we can do is we can change perhaps the way that we view sugar and the perceived benefit of having it. And perhaps another point that's important to mention here is that, in my opinion, change happens when the change that we want and its perceived benefit are more powerful, more alluring than any benefit of what's happening now. So let me talk about that a little bit more. So for instance, if it's emotional eating or if it's having a sweet tooth, we might say that in that moment of eating that thing which perhaps is undesired or unhealthy, in that moment, part of the mind says, well, the most important thing to me right now is to enjoy having this now. But of course, then the moments lead to other moments, and that short-term comfort can lead to a long-term problem. So through hypnosis, what we can do is we can look and we can get the subconscious part of the mind connected to the benefit that we want. Because it's a logical goal to say, well, I'd be healthier if I didn't eat sugar, for instance, or I'd be healthier if I didn't get up and eat at night, or I'd be healthier if I ate smaller portions. And you can maybe see my body language there. That seems like a logical thing to say. But what happens then if we focus on not what we don't want, but what we do? So for instance, when we're eating healthy, what's that look like a year from now? What does that feel like? What's it like to be that weight, that size, that shape that we want to be? Because when the unconscious, or you might say the subconscious part of the mind, is really connected to the benefit of that, then suddenly it becomes more alluring to be having that experience than to be over here in the present having this experience. So you might say here that this is a process of selling the subconscious mind on the benefit we want, not just talking about it, not just logically talking about it, but emotionally selling that part of the mind on the benefit that we want. Because it's not just about what we want, it's about why do we want it. So great, if you want to lose weight, fantastic, but why? That's the key part. Not just what, but why. Because when we get the subconscious part of the mind in alignment with not just what we want, but why we want it, change becomes much easier. Also, another thing that's important to mention as well is that the subconscious mind operates the body and its systems. So interesting things can happen to help us lose weight once we have that subconscious part of the mind that runs the body, when we have it on board with what we want, but also why we want it. Very, very, very important. So hypnosis can be effective in that way because it can help change the thoughts, it can help change the beliefs, it can help work through emotions. And when we have all of those things in a positive place, then it's much easier for us to lose weight. Same thing with exercise motivation. Someone may say, oh, it's important for me to lose weight, but I have a hard time going to the gym. Well, some of that, there can be many different reasons why. But a key component could be, well, why would we go to the gym? Because if we're just focused on going to the gym or not, maybe the focus is in the wrong place, perhaps. Maybe the focus should be what I was talking about before, being on why would we go to the gym? What's the benefit? Because when we see a greater benefit to being at the goal, and I'm not talking about going to the gym, but being healthy, happy, whatever the larger goal is, when we're more connected to that, then it's natural to go to the gym. And if we get caught up on whether we should go to the gym or not, Perhaps the focus should be over here about, well, what's the goal? Because when we're strongly connected to the goal, when we're powerfully motivated by that goal, then the other behavior becomes more natural. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful. This has just been a brief video to answer that question that you might have. Let me know if you have any questions below, and if you've liked this video, feel free to subscribe. This is Craig Mackay. This is Freedom Hypnosis. Thank you.